Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Mutant Year Zero. So I made a couple of changes back at the Ark here. First of all, obviously, I swapped in Magnus. I moved the laser gun over to Borman and fiddled with our scopes and stuff to make it as powerful as possible because he is, his twitch shot is super good. I want to make sure that he can really make good use of this thing. And I brought him on mostly because, mind control seems like a good thing in a fight this size. I gave him the mind control helmet, even though I don't necessarily think it's very good. So here's the reason I didn't want to bother putting it on Borman is that the problem we were having last time was not Borman getting mind controlled, it was someone getting mind controlled. Making it so Borman can't be the one targeted doesn't actually help us. The problem is that we were going down to 2 units. But I think it's worth specifically trying to keep Magnus from being mind-controlled, because he can help even the odds for us a little bit. I also swapped in Hog Rush on Borman. We maybe are not going to be able to take a free heal in the middle of the fight, and that is a shame, but I think this is going to be key to keeping Lux from, first of all, stealing all of our bullets, and secondly, constantly mind-controlling us. So, I guess let's just med pack up. We're back here in the region, and he didn't start screaming at us the moment we walked in, but I'm worried that when I get close to the gate, he will, and then combat will kick off automatically, so let's just try to be ready for this. I will say that this is a little bit less good in the sense that it's hard to get us high ground for ducks from over here. Maybe what we want to do is try to draw them back out into the street. I won't be able to get high ground, but they also won't be able to, take advantage of weird cover. They'll have to, run out and fight us. Or maybe, having fast traveled out, we'll get to just sneak in here and ambush a bunch of them?
What have you done?
Okay, he's yelling.
What have you done?
That said, can I just do an ambush to kill one of these guys real fast? I'm a little worried that that dude over there is going to be a problem. Yeah, let's try it, though. We might completely blow our cover here. This is not the moment that I want to do that at. Okay, so nobody can get the shot from right there. He has to run in, pretty far. I'm trying to avoid being in a space where that other butcher's going to be able to see me, but I wonder if Dux was caught sneaking is telling me that we're already... Yeah, okay, that guy. That guy is totally aware of us. Shoot. Well, I guess we're just going now. Okay, so he woke everybody up. Wow, that was pretty hard through all that armor.
Give up your false ways.
Oh, interesting. I was assuming that the mind control helmet would mean that he wouldn't even target the person, why would you try to mind control someone you can't mind control? But apparently he does still go for it on them. Alright, well this is going to be tricky though. Still a lot of violence that we're going to have to apply here. I suspect I'm going to have to go back to the Ark and buy some medkits after this. Alright, well... out of curiosity. Okay. This guy is close enough to that tank that a grenade would be a viable way of taking him out. So... do we want to start working on the tank? Or I probably want to get up there and mess Lux up, right? He's just going to keep trying that. So I don't have running gun. Yeah, it's actually really awkward. Well, I could run to right here and just fire at the tank, or I could even twitch shot at the tank. I don't know if I want to do twitch shot yet. I kind of want to save that for Lux when he's laying down. But we do have to deal with this tank. God, I wish I could get one space further so that I could at least use the building as cover. Like, I think one could be forgiven for thinking that the Borman's movement here is limited in such a way as to prevent me from getting anything useful done intentionally. Alright, let's move him out. And see about this mind control. We're unlikely to get the mind control off on you. You're out of range. It's definitely not good. Whoa, okay, even attempting it on Lux apparently is going to destroy my computer. I guess we could mind control this guy instead of focusing on killing him. And the benefit of that is just giving the enemies something else to fight. Yeah, alright. Run him in here, catch him on fire intentionally, and then heal. You know what, that probably uses my medkits, though. Oh, you're good where you are. Alright, so Borman needs to move toward Lux. We gotta threaten Lux. I guess we really just want Dux to step over here and take a shot.
Hi there.
Gotta start wearing that tank down. Man, am I really just gonna stand out in the open? Borman is already at like half health, but like we know the Sect Pyro won't attack. He has to draw another Molotov with his next turn. I could just... you know what? I'm gonna preemptively medkit myself. Okay, I can move to someone and medkit them, but I can't move to a location and medkit myself at the new location, it looks like. Well, that makes that less good. Yeah, alright. He's not going to attack. The tank is, I'm hoping, going to be distracted by the little dude there. I really do want to hog rush Lux and then twitch shot him. I think I'm going to try to save the twitch shot. It probably wouldn't have killed the tank anyway. Here comes the lightning. Oh, look at this cowardice. I don't think it's going to be cowardice enough for him. Okay, the tank is going to completely ignore the guy who is close to him. That's a shame.
Flesh wound, I think. I don't know.
Alright, well, hey. Guess what? You just got a job. Okay, I think that actually puts that guy in a pretty killable spot. I can't even actually get up here. Oh, we're gonna have to go all the way... Yeah, starting the fight from this side is actually really bad. Because it means I can't access Lux at all. Shoot. Well... That being the case, I guess I just... run inside to the fullest cover and finish the tank off?
Sleep it off. Ah,
Man, 40% crit on a weapon that does that much damage on a crit is pretty okay. Now, Dux could Mothwing up a shot on somebody. I don't really know what Dux's move is here. There's no full cover. Can't get inside the building. There's no full cover that really works on everybody other than this. I guess I'm just going to go over here. I know that the Pyro's going to Molotov me this turn, but I don't I don't know that I really have another play. We got to get closer to everybody else. And Magnus can, like, move to here. Magnus can move to high cover and actually make some plays. That guy's only mind controlled for one more turn, but he has enough fire damage on him to just burn to death. I guess I'm just going to take a pot shot at this dude. That's a shame. Did Lux... Wait, is Lux doing nothing? What's happening here? Okay, yeah, he did nothing. That's fine.
Close your eyes and go to space.
Hey, that tank is back on his feet. That's weird. That's a weird art problem.
It's like a mother.
What? No. Oh, that must be what Lux did with his turn. He somehow healed the tank. It just didn't, for some reason, didn't play an animation. Alright, well, I'm going to reload my gun here. And then we are going to twitch shot the tank, because he has to go down again, and he has to go down again right now.
One of the flock is down. Takedown.
Alright, good. Good, then. You should probably step out of the fire. Let's see, I could run over to here, and then maybe Mothwing for a kill? I don't know how I'm going to deal with Lux. This is bad. This is a bad start. Well, I mean, a 12 damage crit on one of those hunters is pretty serious. What's my normal shot is not nearly as good. Yeah, alright, let's just Mothwing the shot on the hunter. I somehow can't shoot at Lux from here. Right, please don't miss the crit.
Oh, does that hurt?
Well, 90% is not 100%. That's a very disappointing outcome, though. There's a 20% chance that I do enough damage to this guy for him to still burn to death. I probably have to heal myself with a bad heal here. Alright, come on, roll that crit. Okay. Get unlucky once, get lucky once. It'll do. Okay, he moved a couple of times, but he doesn't seem to have done anything else. So, where are we... We're gonna have to run all the way inside. There's that staircase over here, right? Yeah, that's unfortunate. But it does seem like we've broken Lux a little bit. Like he doesn't seem to have any idea how to deal with us anymore. So that's good. What am I gonna do about that Sect Pyro? His position makes him actually invisible to a lot of us. That's a thing I'm gonna have a hard time navigating. Puppeteer has a reasonably good chance of working over there. I'm gonna move up on this guy and then try the mind control. It would be really cool if it worked. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm gonna reload and then I'm gonna try the mind control. Come on, 75%. Mind control is pretty good. Where can we sprint you to? Let's sprint him all the way in here. I just need this guy to run to somewhere where he can actually provide some assistance for us. And then we're going to leave him in the open so that we can execute him on the turn where he tries to regain his freedom. And maybe Borman just goes upstairs? We just ignore the sect pyro entirely. Dux is going to have to heal himself or he's going to get knocked out soon. And he also just runs inside? They were split up, so the sect pyro can't hit more than one person with his stuff. We're in positions where I think Lux should have a hard time. Lux should have a hard time affecting us, I think. Okay. He shoots through the floor. I admit, I did not see that coming. Or ducks. Alright, here we go. Here's a question. Can I hog rush Lux from here? No. But I can just shoot him. Although if I just shoot him now... If I just shoot him now, he's just going to block the bullets anyway. I should probably heal. We don't have a lot of medkits left. I gotta be careful, but... I should probably heal so that I can't get knocked out. Because nobody else is close enough to be able to heal me if I do get knocked out. So, like, this is weird, right? I very clearly have vision of that guy. This thing is open. I'm behind his cover. I should be able to shoot him from here. But the fact that I can't is going to mean that, like, there's just no way for me to kill him. I'm going to use our last medkit, actually. Dux is also in a position where nobody else can really afford to run over and help him. This hunter just cannot get an angle. I was really hoping to use this hunter to shoot at the sect pyro, but the fact that he is invisible is making his life real easy. It's a shame I can't do anything like having him throw his weapon away, or... I kind of want to find a spot where I can just take a shot, just to empty his gun so that he has to reload next turn. But apparently we're not going to be able to even attempt a bad shot on anyone. It's interesting that here I have a line at least drawn to that guy that says no line of fire. But over here, where I could, like here, where I could definitely see him much more clearly, I don't even get that. Well, I'm going to stand in the open in a big fire. On Overwatch?
Overwatch.
In case the sect pyro tries to move? Then we'll move Magnus in because he's got to get upstairs. Is there another entrance to the upstairs? There really isn't. There's not anything climbable nearby. Yeah, this was a bad angle of approach for dealing with Lux. I do have run and gun. I think I want to save run and gun for actually trying to kill the boss. Like, we run and gun on this next turn after Borman knocks him over. Okay, weird double move. There we go. We did some damage and we spent that guy's last shot. Now we need to get a kill. That's pretty important. Because a kill will let us reset some of our important abilities. In particular, Borman's stuff. So this guy is actually guaranteed to be hit. Even with Skull Splitter.
Now it's getting fun.
Maybe we have Magnus move closer to the stairs and finish this guy off. Close to the stairs as he can move while still maintaining the 100% hit chance. Alright, so we're going to eat another Molotov, but I actually don't care about that. It won't do enough damage to be meaningful. We hog rush this guy. Please tell me he's not immune. Alright, knocked out for 2 turns. Yeah, it's not enough damage to actually matter. Borman is going to get out of the way a little bit. I guess I could just take him from here. What I was just thinking is I want to make sure Magnus isn't blocked. Alright, looks like he doesn't have to use his running gun after all. Put some damage on this dude, and then we still have, potentially, if we need it, we still have the grenades and stuff. Alright. So I'm going to reload first, since it looks like I do not, in fact, have to move. We just point-blank twitch shot him. Okay, that's pretty good damage. And he's on fire, so now a single grenade kills him. We are all good. And that means Ducks can start finally getting to work, proper work on this Sect Pyro. This would be a cool time to crit.
I did that. What do you think about
that,
Okay. Huh?
Then he just pulls out a new Molotov, and then we kill him next turn. That's weird. I gained a turn of duration on my fire effect for some reason. Okay, that was like a really hard fight. Granted, we came at it pretty poorly. The way we came at it, that was a really hard fight.
Bingo. Nailed it.
Oh, nailed it, I guess. Technically barely got through it. Hooray.
Fuck it. Let's roll the dice and kick some ass.
Come on.
Alright. Let's loot the place, because we just created a whole lot of loot drops. I think the tank actually dropped loot twice. Both times we killed him, and it's weapon parts. Oh, that's wonderful. I am so happy to see weapon parts. Let's see, we didn't actually kill that guy out here. We ran him inside, where he dropped some weapon parts. Extremely good. I hope Lux drops something cool. That wasn't that good. And then we get this thing, which we know is here. Yeah, that's a tough fight. It's tough to have to go at that many enemies at once. I'm gonna change Magnus's hat real quick. This is a bad hat. Let's go back to the visor for the moment. Well, yeah, we definitely have to go back to the Ark. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I missed something out here. Okay, where are we at? Mutation point wise. So I spent some of our mutation points. Obviously, Borman's got more health, which is cool. Magnus, I picked up stat points because I didn't think any of his remaining abilities were all that important. Chain Lightning does seem potentially useful. Yeah, let's grab that. I didn't buy it before that fight because I knew we were going to be on mind control for that fight, but that does seem like a thing we want to have. And Dux has enough points to pick up Silent Assassin for situations where we're doing like Chameleon and stuff. And then I don't think we're going to pick up Knee Shot, probably. I'm just going to grab this stuff. Grab some health. Alright. And with that, I don't actually know if we want to keep Magnus in the party or go back to Pharaoh. Pharaoh was pretty good. Oh, hey, there's a gun here that I missed. Well, we have a lot of weapon parts now. So, oh wait, I want to go back into Lux's inner sanctum because there's still an area. Huh. The unenlightened and the metal fields are being listed as the only exits, but there's this. We are being told that the Castle of Light has another exit. Let's go down into Lux's thing here and see if there's maybe something I missed. I have a hard time believing that the map is just wrong, you know? So the exits that we're seeing on the map are just the metal fields and the unenlightened. But we know that's not everything. I was kind of hoping this at the back of the area would open up once Lux was dead. Well, you guys are free. Go home. I mean, come back to the Ark. Hang out. We'll have some grog. Yeah, shoot. I don't know what's going on with that. Have we thoroughly investigated this whole back corner? Well, I have now. Yeah, that's weird. Maybe there's a door around here that won't appear until we do something else in the story. That basically must be it, right? Oh, hey, common scrap. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of that makes sense. I guess maybe I'm being plot locked by not having found Hammond. Okay. Go back to the Ark, because I need to buy medical supplies. Like a whole bunch of them. I think we are going to switch back to Pharaoh. Especially with us being as low on health as we are. The fact that she can recharge her health without spending medkits is real valuable. So...
Welcome. If you want zone gear, I've got it.
I don't know how many of these we need, but certainly some. Let's try 5 for right now. By that I mean 6, because Dux is going to have to use one. And then we will have 5. Alright, so you... equip some weapon that we're not currently using. Then empty all your other stuff. Okay, then she gets re-equipped with all the stuff we actually want her to use. I think I'm going to keep Borman on the laser. His twitch shot with that laser is pretty good. Do I want the... you know what? I want the extra point of armor more than I want the extra point of health, obviously. Okay. And you can hold a grenade and also a grenade? Oh, it should be a grenade and an EMP. Okay. We'll hold off on using a medkit on Dux for right now. For the same reason I always do. But... one thing we should do is finally dismantle that stinger.
My name's Delta.
Or slinger, rather. Because we have absolutely no use for it. And it's just enough weapon parts to get us to 60 to level 3 one of our weapons. So... is it the boomstick or the Rambino? I think it's probably the boomstick. The boomstick is a better weapon than the Rambino is. Yeah, which means that this is the one I want to upgrade. Because if we got a cool new weapon, we would want to replace the Rambino with it, right? So we want this to be level 3. That's a pretty cool looking weapon at level 3.
Bye.
Yeah, alright. Let's head back out to the Spear of Heaven. We have some stuff to do. I don't remember... we definitely left a bunch of enemies around because I was messing around. Let's just take a quick trip back through these last couple of areas and see where I left enemies standing and how many of those enemies we can now kill. Actually, there's a bunch of guys left at the metal fields too. A bunch of patrollers we didn't take out yet. We should probably start with that. Let's go back to the metal fields. Because I don't think most of the robots were grouped up. And we have 2 people with the ability to just EMP robots with a single shot, so we ought to take advantage. Although that shot is not guaranteed to hit, which is a little... makes that a little risky. Make sure we have the right stuff equipped. Corpse Eater's probably not super relevant here. Moth Wings is, though. Which shot's probably right. You know what? Hog Rush might allow us to stun a robot to prevent it from calling out for help. I'm not sure if that actually works that way or not. That guy has 30 health and 2 armor. Are we going to be able to... Yeah, you know, we're going to be able to get through that. The EMP effect lasts like forever. Want to wait for that other robot in the distance to walk away a little bit more. Okay. Good enough for me. So... we need to Moth Wings ourselves up. The thing is, I gotta be close enough to him that I'm... Yeah, I gotta be close enough to him that I have 100% now. So that we gain 25% from height, and then lose it from the special ability. Yep, 75% becomes 100% with a mere 90% chance to crit. Okay, there's an enemy right there, I'm being told. I'm just gonna pretend it didn't show me that because I'm scared about why it decided I needed to see that.
That had to hurt.
Okay, yeah, and he's out for quite a while, so we're gonna have some time to work this out. We really don't do a ton of damage to this guy, though. Wow, she had a 5% crit chance there. Maybe the game is feeling a little bit guilty about that 90% crit that I missed. It wants to just return that in spades. Okay, well, we will certainly get through the rest of his health here.
Hey guys, come here.
Now, the EMP shot has a 3 kill cooldown, and we only have 2 of them. So we're not going to be able to do that on every enemy. Grab this guy. So I want to start by taking a shot at him with Dux. Because Dux's gun has a 50% chance to EMP. If this doesn't work, then we can use Pharaoh's EMP shot.
Yeah.
Okay. That solves the cooldown problem for us for the moment.
Give up now and I'll go easy on ya. Tableau!
Do we have 3 EMP weapon attachments? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we have two of our silenced weapons have 50% EMP chance. This area should be very easy for us, actually. I wonder if you can EMP those big scary robots. 5 weapon parts. Awesome. Alright. That's another one of these tougher ones. So, we don't really have an easy way of guaranteeing with Pharaoh that we will get the shot. I guess I could throw a chem flare at him, and then she could take her shot that way. Let's make sure that Dux is also holding an EMP. And I'm going to have Borman equipped with one as well. Let's have as many release valves here as we can. Alright. Come on, lucky EMP. Come on, lucky EMP. Alright. If that hadn't worked, I probably would have just thrown one of our EMP grenades rather than taking the 75% chance. Because, man, I don't like it when I have a chance to fail at stealth. It's a little too dangerous. I wonder if we can reapply the EMP effect while it's still running. Because if we can, then it's very likely that an enemy that gets stunned... Yep, we sure can. Refreshes the duration. Yeah, very likely that an enemy that gets stunned by us never gets unstunned.
Okay, back me up.
Oh, I thought I saw something glowing over here. Oh, guess not. Alright, even more weapon parts. It would be really, really cool if we could find, I don't know, 53 or so more of those. Guy by himself? So here we have Dux's Mothwing EMP. Guaranteed no actual resource expenditure EMP. Let's start with... Borman. Because Borman could get the hit with his pistol and just completely remove our need to go for stuff like that. Well, he got a crit. That's cool. Dux was caught sneaking. As always. I will also go for the shot with you. We have a 20% chance to turn him off with this.
You're messing with. Ask your hurt.
Okay. Did she say, ask your hurt? What? What was that? Farrah, what are you talking about? Alright, let's just guarantee it here, shall we? Yeah, you know what? It may be the case that there are no enemies anywhere in this zone who are actually standing around in a group. We might not have to fight anything loud. See, that guy has a boomstick. I wish we could just take his boomstick and break that down for weapon parts. Be a vastly superior reward to us. Okay, so here we want to lead with Dux so that Borman can still throw the flare. I don't think the chem flares are, like, super useful in general. Oh, he's kind of in a cover position. Actually, exit combat. I want him to walk away from that. I don't want to have to deal with him technically being in cover. Okay, now that he's walked back into the open, we can do this. Definitely hearing somebody else moving around. I think they're on the other side of the train car. I think we're fine. So we want Dux to go first. Okay. And that means we probably don't have to do anything else.
I'm the hero.
But we should have, when we don't have access to Dux's moth wings, we want to have him lead so that if he doesn't get the EMP, we know we have time to throw the chem flare and then secure the EMP from Pharaoh.
Once more.
And through 2 points of armor, we do exactly enough damage.
Does that hurt?
Say my name.
And I'm really, really glad that we rushed to Ranger with our artifact points. I don't think there's anything in the whole game that's as good as all of your weapons always do 1 more damage. Also, man, I love fighting robots. Sure, I actually got everything over here. This is exactly the sort of place where I would miss stuff. Wait, what's that way? Oh, that's how we got to the Castle of Light in the first place. Oh. Alright, stuff I did not feel safe searching for before. I think. That's my excuse for why I didn't pick this up.
Quarantined citizens must stay within the quarantine area.
Okay, these robots are hanging out together. That said, a bunch of robots hanging out together is not necessarily the end of the world, because EMP grenades are wild, just like incredibly powerful. Alright, should be able to just do the same good old stuff here. We don't have Dux's thing available. Let's take the safest route we possibly can. Boy, I sure hope that chem flare is not going to reveal me.
Gotcha.
Okay. Never mind. Turns out we don't need it.
I am the beautiful weapon. Gotcha.
Also, I have to say I'm a little bit surprised that the enemies don't hear each other exploding. Make sure to take the final shot with Dux, because he's the furthest away from everybody else's awareness. This game does a really good job. Ooh, new items for sale. This game does a really good job of making your loot feel consequential. Like the fact that we scoured everything and made sure we got those weapon components and made sure we had the all these EMP parts and everything is the reason that we can do what we're doing here, and it feels super powerful. But because I had to scavenge so hard for it all, and because there was, you know, there hasn't been like a ton of loot, I haven't been throwing away grays and stuff, like, this all feels very earned, which I like a lot. Okay, pull a spot. Can we actually get up on this train car? Because if we can, then I can skip using some of our cooldowns. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's just let him come out here and do the job. Alright, so now we have Dux's thing available. So we want to start with Borman. See if we can get lucky.
What you got?
Did you know Dux was caught sneaking? He never really sneaks. He just kind of crouches and walks. I know years of playing video games have taught us all that that makes you really stealthy. I don't think it actually works that way, man. It's a shame we don't have the extra 10% crit. Although I guess in this case, it wouldn't be enough anyway. The crit is non-lethal. We definitely made the right choice getting the crit against organics. Oh my! 100% chance for knockback. That's very interesting.
Okay, back me up.
It does less damage though than our module that has a only a 50% chance for knockback. Not sure how I want to use this. And we should definitely use it. Being able to push enemies out of cover is awesome. It certainly goes on one of the loud weapons. Trying to make sure we're clear. Okay, want to make sure we clear out all of the patrollers before we go after that group over there, because we're probably going to want to use the loud weapons. Even though we can EMP them and avoid having to necessarily fight them, I think in order to kill them both in time, we probably will want to use our loud weapons.
Yeah, I did that. What do you think about that, huh?
Alright, I think I'm going to actually do it. Let's actually just do this the safe way. I'm going to throw a chem flare at him. Then Farrah's going to run up to a place where she is as close as humanly possible. Oh, I guess I could Mothwing. I could have just Mothwinged. Whatever.
Too easy.
I keep forgetting that she also has the Mothwings, because we really don't use them on her very much. Alright, I think this guy's the last patroller.
Hey, follow me.
Yeah, robot loot's real good. We've been very fortunate here. I'm still holding out hope for a couple of new weapons. I did notice that on the main menu screen for the game, Dux is holding a gun we haven't seen yet. Now, that's a promotional image. It doesn't necessarily mean anything, but I have high hopes. All of a sudden, we're in a position where I care about scrap again. Wait, there's something actually in this train car. This is probably a train car I didn't feel safe going into before. Okay, another EMP grenade. Just replace the one we're about to use. Yep, very nearly got caught there for no reason. Well,
Split up.
we don't all have to come up here, but I definitely want ducks up here. Honestly, we probably only have to use the one EMP, right? Because all I have to do is get a kill on one of them, and then we can use Circuit Breaker on the other one. Hoping I can get into hiding there. Do I want her to also be up there? She doesn't actually get a huge amount of benefit the same way he does, but... yeah, I mean, like, we still get the extra aim. And we can just jump down if it's a bad idea. Okay, I don't think there's a lot of tech or strategy to apply here. I have Hog Rush up. Probably be better off with Stone Skin here. Alright. To be perfectly honest, I might not even actually have to use my EMP grenade. It's possible that we could just get lucky here. Oh no, that police bot's out of range, though. Out of range for him. How about Pharaoh? The range on the bow is better. She doesn't have Circuit Breaker up, so we'd have to get lucky with her low chance of being... yeah, I'm just going to throw a thing. Who am I going to throw it with? Probably her, right? Yeah, her weapons aren't really that great from up here. Alright. Surprise! And then we just go hard on the Enforcer, right? Foreman was caught sneaking. Kind of remarkable that they caught him sneaking, considering that they are functionally stunned, right? They're just like turned off. Twitch Shot has a 3-kill cooldown, so I probably actually want to preserve it, and I don't think we're going to need it. Yeah, this should be fine.
Don't it?
Now it's getting fun.
Alright, so Dux is pretty likely to be able to just pull that off again. May as well reload before firing, since we're not going to do anything else. That hat is pretty alright. Yeah, actually, there's no way this guy comes out of the stun before we kill him, right? 75% chance of dealing... yeah, alright.
Come get some.
Probably better than taking the 50% chance to hit with the boomstick. You know, our guns have gotten, like, pretty alright. Scrapping another EMP. That's a shame. I was really hoping for some more weapon parts. Did we scour this place? I think we're all good here. Let's take one final look at that big building in the center, though. Seems like the kind of place where a lot of stuff could have been laying around. Oh, there's scrap up there on top of that train car. I did not check on top of all the climbable train cars. That's true. Maybe stuff I missed up on those. Although I also don't actually know how many of them were climbable. Alright, I think we cleared this part of the map out. Well, this was a pretty good low resource expenditure way to get a whole bunch of weapon parts and stuff. And I think we actually went up EMP grenades here, so... on the whole, cunning use of our resources, allowing us to basically get something for nothing here. Oh, apparently there's something I missed down there as well. Really? Right in the open? Just kinda in the middle of everything? Well... yeah, I mean, that does sound like me, actually. Alright, so where to next? We finished off the metal fields. I actually kind of want to go back to the Ark. Now that Iridia has new items, I want to see what those are. And then I suppose at some point we should actually go and try to save Hammond. I could see how that might be important.
Welcome. If you want zone gear, I've got it.
Oh. Oh, she really does have some new stuff. Wow, first of all, that's amazing. 3 armor, 6 health, wears immune to charge attacks. And this can destroy cover, is already level 3, so it's as good as it's getting. But that's very interesting. Man, if I had not just spent a bunch of scrap on medkits, I didn't realize that anything like this was going to be available. Oh, how I wish I could sell all of my extra armor.
Safe travels.
It's so weird to have all of this extra stuff and not be able to do anything with it. Like, when you can break down the weapons for weapon parts, you know? It's weird that all the extra armor and helmets is just, it's permanent. This is what these things are, forever. Alright, back to the cult lands. See if there's any more cleanup to do over here. I actually really like Pharaoh in general. Magnus has a pretty useful ability, and if I was worried about a bunch of melee attackers, I could see going back to Selma as well for the roots. But I have to say, without that, she's kinda outclassed. Okay, do not remember how thorough I was here. There was definitely some place where I left a whole bunch of stuff. Huh.
Heavily armored. Steel teeth. Must have been some combat machine.
Well, you know, it is important that we defeat the crops nobly in battle, or else they will not sacrifice themselves for our well-being. Okay, yeah, I definitely left enemies in this area. I'm like 30% sure, like right inside that building. Okay, I think I remember there being 3 packs of enemies. And I left them because I wasn't sure I could get some of them without getting all of them. Let's see if let's reassess the situation and see if that is actually correct. Here's pack 1. Honestly, as far as tanks go, that guy's not that scary. He only has 2 points of armor. What a huge wuss. Let's see, we can get upstairs in here. Oh, another brain guy. He is in front of an armor box. Yeah, man, I'm really bummed out that all of a sudden, for the first time ever, Iridia has something cool and expensive, and it's available immediately after I spent all of our scrap. And then there was another pack of dudes over here. Okay. How do we want to approach this? This is going to be a tricky one to do quietly. These 2 groups are pretty close together. We might be able to grab the group out there quietly. Like maybe, how would I do that? I would have to hog rush the tank which we can't do. Tanks are immune to charges. Or I would have to kill the tank while hog rushing the other guy, which we can't do, because the tank has 30 health plus 2 health for every time you attack him. We just don't. We don't have the damage. What is that on that, that bench there? It looks like it's probably just a grenade. So yeah, like, we definitely could clear this area out, but I'm afraid it would be a little expensive in terms of health supplies. Unfortunately, we just don't really have a lot of ways of keeping a sect tank from making noise. But these guys are pretty far from the other enemies, and we have not actually tested how far away enemies can hear noise. We know it's not the entire zone, because remember, we had that one tank that we mind controlled drop a grenade at his own feet, and it did not alert the other enemy over there. We still alerted that enemy, but it didn't happen from that. Let's see. Well, we certainly don't need that. This would be a fine opportunity for Borman to replenish. Actually, if we can find a body from a patroller that we killed somewhere, we can set off an ambush. I killed a guy in this building somewhere, didn't I? We definitely ambushed a guy near this. It's possible that the body's not still here. It may be the case that the consumable corpses have to be consumed right away. Yeah, I don't see a body around here. I mean, there's lots of bodies around here. Yeah, I think we probably just can't eat corpses that are from a different time we were present. And I can't remember where else we fought patrollers. Alright, well, let's test how noise works. I'm going to save the game. We're going to fight this tank in a really loud way. Pharaoh does not need her corpse eater up. I would like to have Borman's up so that we can eat the little guy as we're killing the tank. We have good weapons. We have reasonable stuff. Ducks should probably medpack now, because this is... Actually, no, I probably shouldn't have done that. Him getting hit here wouldn't have that much of an effect. So Borman's just going to take a hit. We're going to be cool with that. And we're going to go loud anyway, so there's no sense in using the silenced weapons. Alright, let's do this. So Borman's going to actually just like run all the way out into the open. I want him to be the closest thing to the tank. I want this tank to want to shoot him. Good sneaking. Alright, time to find out. Wow, good knockback. I'm not seeing a bunch of exclamation points from over there. Possible that they are not going to hear this. Okay, we probably want... Yeah, we want Farah to shoot at the tank. Although she can't get 100% on him from anywhere. Eh, whatever, it's fine. I want to try to do this without using abilities as much as possible. Gonna keep stuff off cooldown for the more difficult fights we're about to have. This is a guaranteed kill. Thanks to that great big laser crit. That laser gun is awesome. She looks a little goofy, I'll say that. She looks almost like she's from a different game. Alright, they always go for the charge.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
So I think we have this pretty cleanly. We want to corpse eater from here. Actually, right here is even a little bit closer. Yep, don't need all that. We can just fast forward through. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I have no idea what the actual range of noise is, but we know that it's not nearly as bad as I was afraid.
Bingo.
Probably you can get in a lot of trouble, though, if you're not careful with it, because I bet you can, like, if we had left patrollers up, we probably could have
Same an age,
alerted
is
a
what.
patroller with the noise,
Sparrow.
and then the patroller with his shouting would have alerted other enemies, right? You could probably get a chain of awareness going. Boy, that guy's gun is huge. Can we just take that? Oh! Well, that's pretty okay.
Come on.
Wow, that's a really good find. Okay, it's just a normal hand grenade. Nope, that normal hand grenade was a med kit. I think the art was a hand grenade. Whatever, I'll take it. Med kits are good. Now these other guys, we probably are not, probably not going to be able to do the same thing. Another med kit right there. Sorry, a hand grenade. Actually, Brother Lundgren is by himself. That's interesting. I thought I remembered there being two guys in here. So, actually, with that being the case, we can just start... Oh, hey, scrap. I definitely did not come up here before. We can just start the fight from up on that platform, try to bomb him out really fast. Actually, you know what? We might be able to silently kill him with Boar Rush. Hog Rush. I always forget the... Right, I think he's far enough away that the enemies won't hear this. That's not what I want. I want this. He's got 30 health and 2 points of armor. We can get through that. Especially from up here where we're like basically guaranteed crits. And obviously, Borman is not going to be up here. We'll let Ducks climb up and then hit the split up button.
Break up.
Okay. Ow. Those guys are... How far away? Not so far away. I think the Boar Rush might be good, though. This might work. I sure hope this is gonna... You know what? I'm just in case this goes wrong in a way that kills us. I try generally to live with the consequences of the mistakes. I think it makes the game... It makes decision-making more weighty. It makes the game more fun. But we could also, like, actually die. So let's try to be ready for that. You have Alpinist and Skull Splitter. We don't actually have another option on that. Can we get her another option? Ooh, we can. What do I want for her? I think that in general, Super Tendons is pretty good. We very rarely get to use Silent Assassin. And then, like, do I want Frog Legs? I don't think so. I think at this point we just start buying Crit Chance. Also health. Health is good. Dux has 5 points left. I actually... You know, maybe we do want to pick this up. Be real thorough with him. And Borman, I'm pretty sure I don't care about Joker. Although it is a different action type than Stone Skin, so we could take it so that we could do them both at the same time. Nah. Every point of health he has just increases the value of Corpse Eater. Makes those horrible, horrible noises he makes somewhat slightly worth it. Okay. So I didn't actually switch her passive because I want to see if we can... Alright, we can, in fact, get a good stealth shot with her. %, not bad.
What do you think about that?
Unfortunately, the crossbow, like, just does not do that much damage.
Yeah.
The Borman hog rushes him this turn. Okay, yeah, they did not hear that. I don't think we have to even use any abilities beyond that.
That had to hurt.
Ducks and his guaranteed crits are really, really carrying the day.
Give up now and I'll go easy on ya.
Easy for you to say. Alright, what do we get? Probably going to be a helmet, that's my guess. Nope, it was a huge suit of armor, in fact. The Mutant Year Zero G08. Well, that's a new thing for Borman to wear. Also, more weapon parts. Feel pretty good about that. Hey, check out this guy's sweet chair. I want this. Is this an artifact? This is probably an artifact. We should show it to Prip. Maybe he'll give us free stuff. So let's go ahead and change out Borman's armor. Wow. I mean, it matches his helmet. Borman is just tough as hell. Look at how many hit points he has. Ridiculous. Alright, let's talk about these other guys. I would love it if we could kill these dudes too. And I mean, we definitely can, right? We just gotta do the same thing we did with the last group. So, let's switch back to Stone Skin. Right, I think here stone skinning is better than trying to eat the corpse after absorbing a hit. I don't know, it probably doesn't matter that much. So we want to start with oh, I can get high ground on this truck over here. Let's start by doing that.
I got this one.
Provided that I can do it safely. Because now we can just use whatever guns we want. We can go really nuts. And I just noticed how incredibly large that gun is on her back. Okay. So we want Pharaoh to fire first, so that she gets the full benefit of Silent Assassin before we lose it. She just shoots the Sect Hunter, we get rid of this guy as fast as we can.
I'm the hero, you're the zero. Down below.
Surprise, the enemy heard that. Somehow they never hear the quipping. Man, they really should be more attentive. There's no reason that this should be going down this way. This is very embarrassing for them. Alright, so we stone skin. And then I don't think I should have to use the other thing. I think given all the crits and everything, this should be enough. Wow, especially if he's just going to roll a crit. Having a flat 40% crit chance is great. Man, I want one of those things. I want that gun that he has. I almost just described it as the thing that it definitely, very obviously is, but also that I would feel bad about saying out loud. I'm gonna say it, I just wanted to preface it with that so that you all know that I know the sound of the thing that I'm about to say. But that looks like a super gaper, doesn't it? Like, that would be a cool weapon to have.
Sorry about that. You got it.
Also, we are overpowered. We are a tiny bit overpowered.
Over here.
Okay, a couple of hand grenades, a little bit of scrap. I'm a little bummed out that that's hand grenades and not... At this point, I'm actually actively disappointed when we don't get scrap. I don't know that I'm going to find enough scrap before the end of the game to buy that cool gun, unfortunately. Alright, what else is left? We still got to probably clear out the Grog Den, and then we actually have to do the fights at the Spear of Heaven, and then, finally, the plot can advance. I feel like I've been looking for Hammond since episode 2. However, I think that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. I think we're going to have to fight a giant robot. I think that's where we're at. And we'll see you then.